Hello and welcome back to the Morning Skate Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Mitchell, here with Matt Moody to cover more NHL, best ball, best puck, off-season shenanigans, nonsense. There may be doohickeys, there could be doodads. Let's get into it. You're sitting there looking like an idiot.
Well, is that any different than normal?
This is the first time I will admit was unbelievably wrong. Welcome back, Mr. Moody. How was your week in between recording sessions?
It was great. I had to go 6 days without doing a show with you. So what could be better than that?
Nothing. Simply nothing. If we're going to put that in simple terms, absolutely nothing could be better than that. So in those 6 days, I spent most of my time working on really sleeping and working on my real job. But after that, I spent the majority of my time listening to podcasts and making an overlay tool with the projections I already have. Your cat would like to see it as well, which is really very kind that it wants to join us for this historic moment. It works. I like it. It's maybe a bit noisy. I'm not sure, but I will demonstrate unless if there's anything you want to say before I demonstrate.
No, I don't particularly have anything to add. No.
I am going to join this draft, and then I'm going to figure out why it just disappeared. Oh, it's right there. Okay, and I am going to...
You can just say hi to Samson while you fuck around, because I don't know what you're doing.
Something seems wrong about it, and I'm not sure what.
Boy, that seems like the sort of thing you would test before taking the show hostage.
This is very strange. No, I don't think it's wrong. I can't believe what it's saying. More projections than anything else. Let's do it. We can focus on now what's really going to become most important, which is projections. So, I just joined one of my. You have to put us like this. Actually, let's move us as far out of the frame as possible. One of my slow drafts. I will zoom in a bit here so we can kind of see what's going on. It's synced to the draft immediately, and on this side, it's showing playoff games that I have on the schedule. I'm a little bit finals light right now going into my next pick. On the board, we're a little bit covering it right now, so I'm going to zoom in even further. Oh, and I'm going to backspace by accident. I can't move us. We need to just be somewhere. We need to just be gone. Here we go. Perfect.
What's wrong with this?
Actually, this is good. I like this. Good idea.
This is what I always
over here, I am overlaying the value adjusted ranking, the projection point-based ranking, which I guess McAvoy has a better projection than Josh Morrissey, but it also is diminishing defense a little bit, not a lot of it, which is kind of interesting because I only have one defenseman. But it does definitely think I need wing quite a bit, and it's boosting up the wingers and defensemen, which I do think is correct in this scenario. It is letting me know that the D cliff is coming. Keep an eye out. Goalie cliff is also approaching. If enough players in a row from the same position go, it will warn you as well. Like there's been a bit of a run on defensemen. Like if I was up next here, it would have said like 3 defensemen in a row. Like keep an eye out. But yeah, playoff schedules are built in. Lasts is a little bit of a work in progress, but it's a lot better than it was. It's thinking about not my next pick now because I'm too close and I'm up next, and it's not worth projecting with who's going to be there next because it's like everybody's basically very likely to be there besides one guy. So it's thinking about the pick after this, which is way down the line, and that most of these players are not that likely up top, and then as you go down, it really starts to jump. So it's like, like what the odds are for the next pick after your next one that you're up with. Ownership is what I've preloaded in for my exposure, which you do right here, and you import your teams. I'm missing 5 of them now, so I need to import it again, so I get that updated. Sync is if it's not working for some reason, so if you jump draft to draft. So I'll go to a different one quickly. I'll go to this one where I'm up at 4 picks and the draft's almost over. And I'll go to draft and I'll see. Nope, this one synced automatic. Nope, it didn't sync. It thought about syncing. Now it's synced. Just resync it in here if it's not working. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't really know what does that exactly. Why it does most of the time, but not all the time. And now it's saying, because of my build, like, you should probably take one of these wingers, and it's boosting them up a little bit more. But like some of the centers that are projected well, you could do, and it's not hurting your expected value, which again isn't really what I've taught it. But regardless, final schedule here, like last pick, maybe I'll get a little bit more, 8-game dependent or 7-game dependent. It highlights over here, and this is why I picked the team that was far down the line. I have Vancouver pieces. My last pick was Brock Besser, but it's like, oh, Hronek would be a correlator. That's highlighted. It is highlighting goalies, but in the value-based rankings, it's not boosting goalies. It's boosting it at a very low rate comparatively to other positions. The first thing it's boosting is any player that I've designated as a power play 1. Those are getting the biggest boost. So if it's a power play 1, winger, center, correlation, forward, it's a little bit higher than defense, but not much. Very close. Time on ice is a factor in this in general. Like top line would also be a factor, but like it's assuming anyone that's above top line in my metrics is even higher. So it's really going to focus on those things and try to highlight them, and it should adjust on the fly, and we will be testing it for the first time in a live draft for you, so I'm sure there'll be mistakes. I think that's the most of it. It does get a little bit hairy on the side. I need to figure out, because it's like overlaying. It's just an overlay, right? So like when you scroll here, it looks really good. Like all these players are correlated. But then as you scroll them up, it just thinks like they never stop going upwards, even though they do. So I do want to fix that, if you see what I mean there.
Yep.
But I'm not perfect, and this is fine for now. Yeah. Any thoughts? I think the only real thing is it's a bit noisy. Stacks also, it's saying that, Philadelphia, Detroit, I only have 1 pick left, so I can't really do this anymore. Vancouver is still available. It's trying to find the next highest projected player that would correlate with one of my guys. I have Porter Martone, so I was thinking Forrester would be a good pick to go with Martone. Detroit, I have Raymond. Yeah, so you see what I mean. I have some of these players was trying to tell me who to take in stacks.
Is JVR in Detroit?
I don't even know, honestly. He's in here. Let's look. He might be in the projections as Detroit. He's not in any team. Okay. So it says he's not in any team. I removed most players from the rankings that weren't signed. I guess I didn't remove him.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, even Underdog has this, decent projection for him.
He has a decent projection, so he showed up. I mean, he's higher than Hagen's. So yeah, he showed up in the rankings file, and I removed most of them because I caught a lot of them, but not all of them. Team is showing actually breaking it. It does break it down a little bit further if you wanted to know like a specific round that looked bad. Like the quarterfinals too, it's actually a little bit weaker. So if you have that ball knowledge at your disposal, you could try to grab that. I don't want to overlay too much here. Best pick available. It does show you your picks in here as well if you needed it, but that is the most of it. I've been really just using it for slow drafts. Matt, any thoughts? I've missed all of the comments. There's quite a few of them here.
I'm still not sure what you're looking to do with this, except maybe to undercut Mano here. So, well, I guess we'll see.
Mano did reach out. He said this week no good, but next week good. So we'll plan on having him next week, and I'm not really trying to undercut him at all. I think his is going to be better than mine. I'd like to duel. I really just want to work on my skills and building things and trying to get things where they need to be. And my skills are, yeah. So.
Well, let's talk about stuff that might actually be of interest to people, unless they're looking for an overlay specifically, in which case I'm guessing you'll release that soon, but I don't know. I still haven't seen a CSV export with Underdog IDs in them, so I'm
another thing I said I'd do.
Yeah, so I feel like we're just getting down the path of DJ does things, but it doesn't actually do much for anyone. But things that will be of use to other people, you should check out my newsletter, moods.beehive.com. I wrote about 4 specific scenarios this season I guess, last season. Broke down some second half of the year data basically and talked a lot about 3 coaching changes. Well, 2 coaching changes, 1 GM change that sparked the greatest run in NHL history, and the golden goal. So that's of note over at moods.beehive.com. I'm not going to, rehash any of it because you can just go read it, but make sure you go check that out. I wanted to play a game with DJ because, as everyone knows, of course, it is the greatest day of the NHL offseason. It is new prospect Christmas. The prospect rankings from Corey Pronman are out. And DJ is a noted fan of Mr. Corey Pronman.
Do we want to service the chat first before we do this, or do this and then
go
service
for
the
it?
chat?
Go for it. I need to set up.
I'll let you set up. I will service the chat. You jump in where you think is needed. I mean, Tom, I think overall I could just easily add a key to it. But it is, it's tough because I want to put as much information as possible that's useful in a draft without it being too noisy. I think it is too noisy right now, but I don't know the best way to do that. Still working on it. Glad to have you here, Willis. Who are some guys you like on new teams with new roles, or just new roles in general? I mean, I think that we've covered some of it. I think that I think the biggest thing for me right now is even trying to find an out that exists within a team and a role in a player, and more like the Shane Pinto thing that someone asked me about earlier on Twitter. It's like, I understand that maybe his role isn't ultra specific to being a top offensive producing center, but he has those underlying metrics and the way he profiles, in my opinion, and some of the rate stats that we've seen and some of the boom case. And if he gets put into that position and is continuing to grow his role in general, it just could blossom. I worry about his power play 1 role being there ever, but I think he's very likely the next guy over the board for multiple guys. So I'd rather go with a guy like that. Same with Maverick Bork. He is a guy that has elite finishing. So if he does end up finding that role, that's the kind of guy you want to target. Mason McTavish is a little bit different, but has more ancillary stats around him. But if that role turns into top power play and, 17, 18 minutes a night, he's a rate shooter, he hits people, he kind of does everything. So it's not just about just that in general, it's the profile of the player as well. Those are probably 3 that stand out. I mean, Nurse we've talked about ad nauseum. That feels a little bit more tenuous. Anything else is just a complete guess, though. I mean, all of these are guesses. And I'm saying, which guesses do I want to bet on today? So tomorrow, if we get news, Ottawa's top power play is Shane Pinto on it, he's instantly going to fly off the boards. So I'm trying to just buy on what I think could be useful. Very long-winded answer, but I hope it helped.
I did not. Can you just summarize the names you said? Because I have some in mind.
I said McTavish a little bit. Pinto is a guy that I talked about a lot. I mentioned Nurse again, and of course Maverick Bork, just as a guy that we've also kind of talked about. But anybody that you're all kind of down the board, guys.
Bo Byram immediately comes to mind. Total guy with all the talent in the world that's been blocked by Cale Makar and Rasmus Dahlin. It's just, not likely, but it's possible that he's much closer to those guys than, his role has allowed him to be statistically over the past several years. And then I think Jordan Kyrou sort of, Alex Tuck has the stats from last year, so I don't think he's necessarily going to surprise. But if Jordan Kyrou bounced back in a huge way in Washington, I would not be shocked either. So those are 2 names I was thinking of.
Yep. Other than that, one thing is I have not figured out how to make. I'm going to change this. The guys that have already been drafted on the team, I'm going to change that metric to something else once they're drafted. So ignore that for now, because I basically said to just stop any progress on that metric. Is the bot projecting Vancouver to re-sign Evander Kane? Oh, yeah, Evander Kane's still in there too, because he still has a projection. I didn't remove him. But yeah, he is still in there, and I think it likes him a little bit more because of what could happen if he plays a reasonable amount of games. I am wearing a Pokemon related hoodie. Yes, I am. This is the OG original or actually, no, this is the original red and blue opening scene. Does this stream pair better with? I don't know weed. Indica. I've heard that word. Couldn't believe Edmonton wasn't top 10. Okay, we're gonna Tom jumping the gun.
Didn't Levi age out? I think he aged out.
He would have aged out, I believe, as well. But I mean, again, just fucking doesn't matter. Like that one, you would just end up kind of just saying whatever. I just felt like, again, at the time, I was just like, I do want to understand how. Like, is he like what he wrote in there about it was basically like goalies don't really matter, and I'm like, I agree with you, but like they also could matter a lot. Like I don't know how you're just I don't know. It felt so arbitrary. And
Matt, then Devin Levi put the team on his back, and
I didn't forget about Bo Byram. He's the GOAT. I best of luck in Chicago, and let's do this before I.
All right.
I
so
did not, I
Corey
only
Pronman,
saw the stuff about Benson, so I did not look through it thoroughly.
Great. Fantastic. Honestly, I don't have too much rage bait for you, but I figured this would be a nice way to introduce the rage bait that I'll get to at the very end. So Pronman's rankings came out. Of course, if you tune in during the year or whatever, they're on my Excel sheet. It's just nice to have a frame of reference. I'm like, hey, this is where this guy slots in the hierarchy of the NHL. And of course, everyone uses it as an opportunity to try and dunk on people, and whatever. It's fun. We all have fun with this. So yes, Corey Pronman's rankings did burn down DJ's house, obviously. First up, basically, DJ, I just need you to tell me, in most cases, who is the better ranked player, and in some cases, I will tell you what you need to tell me. But it should be obvious.
Okay, this is I can handle. I hope.
So we have Anton Frundell and Ivar Stenberg. I have some relevant details on the page for you to see, their skill grades, where they were drafted,
a minor zoom in we could do. I mean, I can.
Is there
actually
a zoom?
I can make it bigger on my own screen. I'll make it bigger on my own screen. I'm guessing it's big enough for other people. It's on the StreamYard thing.
If you're watching on a phone, this would be difficult, but I think if you're on like an iPad or bigger, it should be fine.
If we're not on your fucking TV, reconsider. Okay. So, I mean, I will A, give my opinion, and B, okay. I'm pretty sure he is Giga Omega into Ivar, so I'm guessing he has him higher than Frundell, even though I wouldn't. And high end, above average. I guess I've watched Frundell play a good bit. I believe Ivar is probably in the top 10. I'm gonna guess Ivar is 8 and Frundell is 16. Because I feel like you're trying.
You're giving me the ranks too. Okay.
And I would put Frundell ahead of Ivar, especially because we've definitely fucking seen it from Anton Frundell, and I believe we will see it from Stenberg. Okay. But like, I don't know. Again, I have watched some of Ivar Stenberg play. I have not watched enough to really give such a strong opinion.
So they are back to back. Stenberg is slightly higher. Stenberg is down at 19 though. Wow. Interestingly enough.
And for anybody that has no idea, it's U23, which we kind of mentioned, but like it's still including Macklin Celebrini, who I know is number 1. It's still including Connor Bedard. Like, so this is not like the 19th prospect that has not played enough games in the NHL. No, like it could be well established.
Just interesting. I thought that Frundell and Stenberg are basically back to back. Obviously, Frundell has a year of growth. He has the NHL experience. And he still goes at pick 130. And where's Stenberg going? He's getting drafted every time, right?
Yeah, 170-ish, I think.
Yeah. So I found that interesting. There's some pretty, glowing reviews of both, obviously. Obviously, both are very good players, but a nice little warm up for us here. All right. Will Smith, Jimmy Snuggerud.
175.2 for Ivar, by the way.
Okay.
Fuck. You gave me a hint here, so I might as well look at it. I feel like, again, this is going to enrage me in some way a little bit. So I'm going to guess Will Smith is going to be 36 and Snuggerud's going to be like 24 or something stupid.
So Snuggerud ahead of Will Smith.
That's what I'm guessing he's done, even though he's wrong. but
Okay.
not and I will say this: they are very different players. Like I'm not gonna say they're
You are getting
miles apart.
preemptively angry about this, and this is exactly what I was going for.
Yes. So let's see.
Will Smith is ahead of Jimmy Snuggerud.
Okay.
Just I'm not going to say too much because I think in Best Puck they're pretty similarly drafted, but it kind of feels like Jimmy Snuggerud gets a lot of the shine. Sorry, what?
111.5 for Snuggerud, 105.2 for Smith.
Okay, so about in order there. Bonus question. Can you tell me who number 32 is? Another American forward.
American forward.
Very similar, like when you hear this guy, you'll be like, oh yeah, obviously he's, in the conversation with these two. And is that
I will say the one thing that I did know, because I also did see somebody tweet it, was that Cutter Gauthier was much lower down the list than they thought. I saw some Ducks account tweet like, "What the hell?" But I don't think it was this far.
No,
it wasn't this far. It was like 15 or something, which is still like, okay, I guess it depends on what you look at. So no, I mean, Porter Martone
Will Smith
is Canadian, right? Porter Martone is Canadian. I was thinking Porter Martone, but he is
correct. Will Smith went to
he is
college.
Canadian. I was like, that's not fucking him. He's Canadian.
Yeah, like crosstown rival.
Okay. So BC.
Did I mess that up? I think that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking Will Smith, the rapper. There we go. Sorry, same school as Will Smith, but yes, BC.
BC. Oh yeah. You also
shit. Whatever. I fucked that up. They played on the same line, famously, actually. But anyway, it's Ryan Leonard. No, that's the other guy. It's Ryan Leonard.
Ryan Leonard.
I found that kind of
shit. I was like, but I also feel like I don't know this for a fact, but isn't Gabe Probst super low?
I honestly, I've read through the top 50 and haven't gotten to him, so I think that's true.
Okay.
There's really,
I feel like I also saw something about the Rangers being like, I only went through some Twitter stuff and I saw some.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone on Twitter is angry about everything. That's fine.
That's the first time it's ever happened, so it was newsworthy.
Yeah, the Ryan Leonard thing. I know we've talked about it on this show before, but it's very fascinating just to think that if he does get the top premium role, like he's way underdrafted, but it's just so hard to see that with who they went out and acquired and with Ovi still around, so these guys get the shine because they have such a clearer path to top of the line usage.
DJ, right, next bonus trivia question: where did Snuggerud go to college?
Minnesota.
Can't keep one past him. Moving on.
So I have some hints here for you. Can you tell me who these two players are? You can see, I guess if it's too small, tier 5 left wing Sharks, tier 5 right wing Blackhawks.
It's so I noticed that, like, I was like, well, one of these guys sucks and one of them's really good, but now I'm like, oh shit, that can't be exactly right. I mean,
it's interesting, isn't it?
Is it Kasparov? Or
correct.
How do you say
that is the Blackhawks guy, Roman Kasparov.
Kasparov. Yeah, Kasparov. I was gonna say the only right winger I could think of. Left winger Sharks. I mean,
he is one of the OGs. One of the
two.
Yeah.
So it's one of the wait.
Like he showed up and we're like, this is the dude, and he was like, yes, Igor? I am. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna actually guess somebody else, and then I was like, now you're
okay.
making me think differently. I was thinking, Colin Graff is too old.
Yeah, he's like 25.
Yeah, I was like, I thought because all the averages, I was like, so you're telling me, wait, why doesn't it show his shot? Did you block off his shot on purpose so it wouldn't be a giveaway? Like,
no, he doesn't include shot if it's not notable. So
that would have. I was like, how is an average player tier 5 if it's not a guy that's well
established?
Within my head.
Here's a fun one.
I'm like, okay.
So I'm gonna click through. and Chernyshov's actually rated ahead of Kanserov. But clearly the case is that Chernyshov is 6'3", 204, and Kanserov is 5'9", 175, and it's just so much easier for those guys to have a long, successful NHL career than the little dudes. So,
Makes sense.
But I thought that was a fun one. Mm-hmm. All right, here's one where I need you to tell me these two players. Notably, this player on the left is currently in the Lightning system, and the player on the right is a Hobey Baker winner who has a connection to the Lightning.
Okay. I mean, I think I know the captain of the London Knights last year was Sam O'Reilly, but he's a center.
Bang,
so
okay.
If drafted 31 in 2022 was, what's his name? Do you think
Hobey Baker? Very connected to Sam O'Reilly. You might in
Isaac
fact
Howard.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that. Oh, and okay. I was like, end of the draft, Lightning. Ike Howard.
Sam O'Reilly is the 40th rated player. I don't know why they're tagging has it wrong, but like he knows he's a center. So
yeah, okay,
yeah. The writing says center over and over again. Isaac Howard doesn't even make the top 150 or whatever. Mm-hmm. So just a nice little 1-for-1 trade there, where the Lightning were like, fuck, we're so fucked. He won't sign with us, and then they turn him into a significantly better player, if you are to believe this. So interesting, nonetheless.
The different players for sure. I mean, I don't know. Like the ceiling on Ike Howard at the time was very high, and the ceiling on Sam O'Reilly is a bit lower. But
time to play a game. We are going to order the Sabres. DJ, Ilya Morozov, Yuri Kulik, Zach Benson, Noah Ostlund, Radim Materka, Konsta Helenus, and Daxon Rudolph. Who is number one on Providence?
I believe it's Rudolph.
Oh, wait, what did I do?
You
I see. Well, I didn't spoil it, which is nice. So
I didn't see. I will avert my eyes for a second.
All right. Nope. Just so what we will do is I will drag things over. That's I can't drag and fucking slideshow.
Oh, because I believe it's
Daxon Rudolph 1. Who is number 2 in the Sabres system? I know you've been spoiled.
The only thing I know is the Benson thing. So I'm gonna go Helenus second.
Helenus second. Okay.
I'm gonna go Murdka.
Okay. Top 10-ish defenseman pick from a couple years ago. Yeah. By the way,
I'll go.
Or was it last year?
God,
last year. Yeah.
I'll go Kulik.
Okay. So you're not a Noah Ostlund or Zach Benson guy, or you don't think Corey is?
Wait, what's mine? I'm saying what Corey.
No. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. My order would be very different. I honestly, I'm going to, out of respect to my own well-being, put Benson next to Ostlund, because I don't think it's that far. And then I have to assume Morozov is last. But
okay. Well, moment of truth.
I'm pretty sure I'm close, but I could see
Rudolph.
Okay. What the fuck?
Kulik, Turka, Ostlund, Helenus, Benson, Morozov. So there you go.
So yeah, I mean, it's just unbelievable. I like the thing about this that pisses me off so much is it seems like some players got like they've played in the league, so in reality they're further ahead, and then Zach Benson gets like, well, he's not the best skater in the world, so I guess he's fucking like 120th in the league. Like, the fuck are we talking about? I mean, he's just an idiot. The thing about him is, I don't think he's truly stupid. He just will put things in for rage bait, for clicks. And I don't respect that.
Cutter at 12. I don't know how anyone can be mad about that. I was a little surprised Seneca was higher, but like there's also, I think, a lot more to Seneca's game than
did Cutter not score like 40 goals
Seneca's
last year?
Also fucking huge.
I don't know. Whatever. I mean, honestly, that's kind of like splitting hairs. I'm not going to get too deep into the weeds on it, but I just, again, it feels like certain players got a well they've played in the league and proved themselves. And Zach Benson got guys that I've honestly never heard of were ahead of him. Like maybe just remember oh yeah, that was the guy that got drafted in the second round last year or something. I think if you
Yanni
said
Newman,
his name out loud,
obviously
you would have been
better.
oh yeah, that guy. And guys that legitimately have been passed up as options are ranked ahead of Benson. Yeah, Yanni Newman. I mean, Benjamin, whomever.
This guy has some of the most unbelievable stats. Hold on, let's play.
Yeah,
let's play the game.
It just. Yeah,
let's play the Moods Fawns over random. Let's see, what was his route?
Red's on the bottom. Yeah.
His Liga stats are out of this world good.
I hope he figures it gets in the league soon. Can't wait.
Yeah. All right.
What are we even talking about?
It's really just what is the ceiling? I don't know. It doesn't bother me too
Brad
much.
Marchand. I don't know what else. How is it not Brad Marchand? In every way. That just seems like the clear cut in every capacity ceiling case for Zach Benson.
Yeah, Marchand is the biggest outlier in the past 15 years of the NHL. He was an average third liner until age 29. He was actually Patrice Bergeron, and I have a mind meld.
Okay, well, what if Benson just does that faster? I don't fucking know.
Okay,
I'm not saying that he's just going to do that. I'm telling you that there is a bull case here, and it's that, in my opinion.
You ready to draft?
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely going to draft. I don't mind if you want to share your screen, but I want to draft as well because I really wanted to use my overlay tool on a new draft that is just starting. Can't see. I guess I can't click the button because I'm blocked from clicking it by my own tool. And
we need 7.
6 now. Yeah, maybe at some point we can switch at some point if you want, but yeah, not a big deal. So it doesn't
are you gonna be able to manage the draft board and everything? I don't really want to play DJ sitting here trying to troubleshoot his toolbar.
No, that's what I'm saying, why I don't really want to do it off the start, because if it's causing issues, I would rather just see it on my own so I can adjust it for next stream or something when we battle Mano in the battle of overlay tools. It is already warning me in advance that after the first 3 centers, there's a bit of a dip in points. I agree.
Shocker.
From the center position. It does fall off a little.
Really glad you put that together to tell you.
Okay.
Question in the chat, DJ. Is that a green screen?
No, Brett. It's not a green screen right now. It's just a wall.
No, it's Miles, actually.
Is Miles watching right now? Because you're really tarnishing the mind of our youths with people talking about negative Zach Benson stuff. So we need 6 more. We have how many people watching us right now?
700, I think it says. Live concurrence.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did you hear about the new YouTube thing where every single instant frame of a watch is now a view? So we're gonna go from 200 to 220.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think we need to worry about that.
We're crushing the algorithm. I mean, right now it's just going to be feeding this to people. Any actually, you know what? While we're waiting, I'm also going to update my exposures. That's a good idea. That's what the people wanted to hear about. Why don't we talk about we could continue to talk about players in new spaces. Is there any other player that you're thinking about when we talked about that we didn't mention? Not even new space, but Hartman's another guy I'm drafting a lot of just because the ceiling case on him in the right spot, if the role does exist for him, which might be Larkin dependent, is huge. We've talked about Larkin landing spots. Is that ever going to happen? We've also heard, I think, rumors of the Hellebuck to the Buffalo coming back to light. Maybe we'll see. Nertushkin's an interesting one because I feel like that's one that I like and you don't like, and then really don't like that much either.
I just have incredible worry about the institution of the Columbus Blue Jackets. If Zach Werenski decides he wants out, they're completely fucked. And not even Kirill Marchenko is very good last year. That was the main player I wrote about in my newsletter from when was it? Monday, Sunday? I don't know when I posted it. Whatever. Might have been Friday for all I know. Who cares? On moods.beehive.com, I wrote a lot about the Columbus situation post firing of Dean Evison, and it was alarming, let's just say. And there could be other contextual reasons, but Nichushkin showing up, I don't really think elevates much of anything, as it does just throw another cook into the kitchen where we're kind of worried about what could possibly happen here. Here's my view currently. Let's see. Get this. No, I want unhide and he's up here. Unhide. There we go. Here's Nichushkin in the the normal moods sheet that you're used to seeing. And it's just like what's exciting about this? I don't know. He could, I guess, get back to 3 years ago, but he's older. I think this role is very much not a lock for him. I mean, Connor Garland's around, Voronkov's around. Kent Johnson. If Kent Johnson decides actually he's good at hockey now, that's a possibility. And I don't really think there's a power play role for him. I guess it's possible they just plug him net front, but that feels like Charlie Coyle land. Or Sean Monahan, who was good in that spot. So I'm not really sure where we're getting the inputs on Nichushkin to be like, yeah, this dude is, going to be a great pick. Need 4, by the way.
Okay. I think I fixed the underdog ID problem, and I've also just noticed a problem of when you import your teams, it just adds them in as if the teams that you already have are now being counted. So you're just adding in the new exposures on top of the old ones, unless if you clear it first. So definitely want to fix that as well. Good to know. I was like, oh, now I have 80 something drafts completed, it says. Cool. These are the issues that we're going to spot right now live. But my exposures are updated. I don't know how I'm lower on Macklin Celebrini now than McDavid and McKinnon, but I guess that's right. I didn't plan on it.
Congrats.
I mean, you are the biggest Macklin slappy now, so I've been told.
That's just unquestionably true. It's hard to place a ceiling on him in his age 20 season after what he did at 19 with the team around him taking such significant steps forward. Presumably, if this core is just fucked, then yeah, it's probably not going to work well for him. But I personally believe in Will Smith, Chernyshov, Misa, Stenberg. There's just so many options here that even one of them clicks in a way that didn't happen last year. There could be a huge upswing. So, are we saying Werenski put out a letter just to renege on it 6 months later? I mean, he basically said, I want to win in Columbus. So what if they go 10-15 for the first, and then in December, he's like, all right, I'm not signing with you. So trade me or I'm walking. Yeah, I think that's very much the case. I think he saw the blowback Dylan Larkin got and was like, you know what? Fuck that. Actually, let's, for whatever reason, he didn't want to go to Dallas, probably didn't want to play second fiddle to Miro Heiskanen. So, yeah, I don't really know. I don't get it, but clearly he felt like Dallas wasn't right for him. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he's at least put them on the clock, if not told them outright he's not re-signing. The quotes from Bonus are definitely a concern, And yeah.
Mhm.
Diego, I'm not sure if you saw this. I posted in the politics and other shenanigans chat last week that Patrick Bet David was talking about betting specifically, and he was doing a live stream during what was it? Some event that was sports related. So I'm just wondering if if we're gonna get system approved or not anytime soon.
Isn't if I recall correctly on that guy, he was like very anti. Was he anti prediction markets? And then he had a whole like thing where he did a whole thing with a prediction market. Is that what it is?
Um,
Or am I thinking of somebody else?
let's see. Let me see what
I heard
I saw something
about this,
else.
that basically like I don't even know if it was a prediction
Oh,
market exactly, but it was some sort of I think it was truly a scam. But
on Friday night, he moderated a Charlie Kirk debate.
oh, okay. I mean,
It's
that
even
sounds like a
funnier
lot
than I
of.
remembered.
I just never heard of
But
him. Anyways,
the main thing that was interesting about him was that he bought one of the oldest Gretzky cards for like $1 million or whatever, like OPG Gretzky card. And it was like, oh, interesting. Like, so he is into hockey. He has claimed though to like not be a better or not be a gambler on sports. So don't know if that's true or not. Obviously, these people are fucking liars and grifters, but that is also out there in the zeitgeist. So that was just a conversation we had last year, trying to unpack who Sissima was, the DK Dominator.
it's not us. We have confirmed that throughout the years. It's not me and you, unfortunately, for everybody involved. We need to. We could really use 2 people to join right now. I did post it on Twitter to try to see if there's anybody out there thinking about drafting that would accidentally do that. I guess while we wait and we're talking about gambling, I got angry earlier today. Is that surprising? I can't see it, but the underdog posted like whatever odds for the prediction market they have. That's like, you can, we just lost one. Gamble on who's going to win the Hart, and it's like plus 233 to bet Marner. Like, I don't fucking know. When do we just? Yeah, we got to try that again, I think.
I don't think I can see it. Let's see.
What are we talking about?
The Marner thing.
Oh, you know what? I can see the underdog one, but I can't. I don't think I can bet it. I'm not gonna bet it.
I have a lot of slow drafts I'm on the clock for. So we can do that while we wait.
3 more. Come on, draft. It's hockey drafting season.
I have J-Rob, Nachos, Panarin, Dahlin. Just missed a run on goalies. I can get one at my next pick probably. So.
Yep. This is an interesting one.
I think I'll just take Zibanejad.
Mika Zibanejad.
Pretty much no stacks there, unless I wanted to do Fantilli Marchenko, which I really don't, because I kind of just want to get a goalie with the next pick. All right. Here. Eichel, Zibanejad, Brady, Panarin, Kempe, Holloway. So I have my King stuff going, looking at Clark, obviously. Does Fox and Clark make sense as a 1-2 punch on D?
Somebody just said I've been waiting forever for you to pick at these slows.
I'm busy. I'm out here. Reading Corey Pronman.
You're out here reading garbage. Is what you're out there reading. Tom Olson just asked if either of us are into Brat. I need you to specify what you mean by that, because I don't play with dolls anymore, as everybody knows. So you must be talking about Jesper, in which case only if he slips very far and I already drafted Jack Hughes, then maybe, but at current ADP, no.
Matthews, Kyle Connor, Brady. Or not Brady, Matthew. That sounds good.
Okay, I was about to say, did you say Matthews is available at pick?
Well, no,
You're
I was saying,
you're up on so many drafts. I didn't even see how many it was. We're waiting on one more person.
yeah.
Someone be
the
brave.
Ducks.
Be brave. Today's the day to be brave. You can finally do it. You can
I have Ottinger.
quack quack.
I could go Heischer. Sid's fallen 10 spots. I could just take Sid. Is there any?
What a bust Sid
That
was.
seems good. I'll go Sid. Just grab some ADP followers I don't normally get. All right, I'm here at the turn with the McDavid team with Bouchard.
You have Keller. I don't know if Keller Cooley makes it move.
Keller
But
Cooley's a good option. Yeah, I mean, if I can get Tom Wilson too. I don't know what BB Brunch is going to do, but I like that. That's good. All right, this one's almost over. 4-6-2-2, Hughes, Eichel. I have Zegras, Stankoven, DeBrincat, Hagel, Marchenko, Svechnikov. So Detroit, Carolina.
oh, we're live.
We're live. All right, cool.
They got me at the 9, and they got you. At the 12. I was like, how do I not see you? Because you are.
Let's go.
The last pick. So that's why I didn't see it originally.
Losing losers lose.
All shocking. Right. You have plenty of time to get some more slow drafts in.
That's right. What else can I do here? I could take a defenseman. Actually, I mean, I took Svechnikov and Stankoven. I'll just grab Ghost. Oh. That seems good. What do we got here?
Okay. I have, but by the way, in case you're wondering, I resynced saying I have slot 9. I have less than 1% of getting McKinnon and McDavid.
All right, you might need to check the math on that.
It could happen. I have to agree, it could. It is saying that I am very likely to get Robertson or McCarr. Actually, not. It says I'm only. I mean, I don't know. It does not seem right to me. All right,
I'm just gonna grab Svechnikov. I like Svechnikov.
Okay, first 3 are the first 3. The percentages are going up over time. All of a sudden, it's like, ooh, you have a chance. You might get these guys. It's still really low. Like, there's. Is it trying? I don't. Yeah, I gotta think about this one.
I'm now off the clock in all my slows, so everyone stand down. Don't need to burn down my house.
McDavid, Celebrini, Kucherov, Pasternak. We are at pick 6.
Okay, chalk start.
There's
Friends
Matthews.
And family.
Oh man, we're at 5 of the last 7 centers.
Kyle Hockey is the one who's drafting a bunch of D, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
I'll go Robertson. I hate the 9th pick. I hate the 9th pick because it makes me have to think, and I don't want to think.
Oh yeah, it's not fun at all. It's brutal.
Yeah, it's saying. Yeah, I mean these percentages that a player is going to get to me are like fucking 0. 0% for Jack Hughes getting to me, which could be true after this pick, but Boldy goes.
Let's live a little.
Caulfield goes.
Yeah.
My best value player is Jack Hughes, but he goes. Interesting.
Eichel Hughes start for Kyle Hockey instead of defenseman. Good
it
for
is.
that.
It is very torn on my next pick right now. Let's see if it's a tiebreaker is made. It's up to you, Eddie.
Come on, Eddie. Moment of truth.
I think he might have auto-drafted. No, he does go Nate Haas. It does slightly like Brady over Tage, but it's really close. It is not boosting Wyatt enough because his projection is much lower. Can the Buffalo Homers please stand up? it does think Brady has a higher projection than Tage Thompson, but I don't know if I agree. But I definitely get the stats, ancillary. Like he's gonna put up really good floor stats all season long, which is gonna boost him. But
Yeah, like
regardless,
that's
like
kind of my thing where I'm taking Brady. It's just like I don't think he's gonna win me anything from this half of the draft, but also like he's just so safe that
but he's
like
got the 9th pick. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't need to do like I don't know.
yeah,
I think
like
it's
I'm
like
getting him
Kaprizov
with a
can win you a
stud.
league. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I definitely. I mean, I'm drafting him. Like obviously, if you've been in drafts with me,
yeah, yeah.
he has been drafted by me. I'm not saying I'm to the moon and back on him. I have 7% right now, but it's mainly as he's fallen more because he was going a bit earlier. He's fallen down a bit to this range where I think it's much more comfortable. But yeah, so beginning of the draft, nothing outrageous. Everything going just about as expected. Tage versus Wyatt Johnson is interesting. I don't know if you find it interesting. I think Tage is obviously the better pick, but with Robertson, do you think that gives any inkling to going Wyatt over Tage?
No, just I don't have any projections or whatever, but naively, I think Wyatt's one of the most overdrafted players in Best Buck right now. I'm just not. He was so power play driven last year.
It's like
and like yes, he's almost guaranteed to play with Rantanen and or J-Rob, so like it's hard to say he's much lower than this, but he kind of feels like Braden Point of the past several years, where it's like I just don't see him getting there like quote unquote on his own. And so like if J-Rob or Rantanen put up this types of seasons, like you can get Rantanen after him. Like that just doesn't make sense to me. So
okay. Right now, it is telling me that the best pick available is Vasilevsky. Not projection, but based on the value he would add to my team. And then it gets a little bit wonky already with the value, and I don't like it. It really does push me. I'm realizing I'm only a couple picks in to like start filling out positions more so than anything else. So I that is something I may want to tweak. Is like you don't need to put one in. Like my 11th player is Hellebuck in projection, but it's like he's the third best. You should probably consider. Which I'm probably not going to be doing here, depending on what Legend does. Okay, yeah, I don't think this is going to surprise anybody. That I'm going to go against the grain of what my projections want because it does not like Gunther enough, and I'm going to take him anyways.
I mean, please, okay, wow.
Damn it.
Getting Bedard at 36 feels good.
Yeah, I was praying for Dahlin to come back around, but I didn't have high hopes, but I'll go for it.
Slavkovsky with Caulfield.
Yeah,
bang bang.
The obvious pick. Yeah, I really
Kyle Hockey. Let's go. 3 center Dahlin. Plus Dahlin.
Comes back to me. The correlating piece would be Keller here. I just like Reinhart more.
DJ's burner right here, Dahlin.
Yeah, that is what it is. I'm gonna put Schaefer in this one. I considered it. I did not do it though. It was Keller or Reinhart, and I'm gonna go Reinhart there. What do you think? Keller with Gunther, or is Reinhart just a step above Clayton Keller?
I am going to defer judgment on that because Clayton Keller is actually going to be a guy I write about. I think 2. So I'm going to do the same thing I did for Jack Hughes and the 3 coaching changes for a handful of other spots. And Clayton Keller was a guy who jumped off the page in this regard. And so when you think about the Olympics, he also had like a good showing there and then came back and was dynamite at the end of the year. So I want to dig in a little bit more to his, like what changed for him, because I've long been a not Clayton Keller guy. So I do want to just kind of see like what the case was with him, with Gunther, with Cooley down the stretch, and sort of see if there was something specific that Keller was doing that's projectable into this year or whether we just kind of ran hot down the stretch. So, because off the top of my head, I would say not Keller, but I might change my mind in like 48 hours when I do that analysis and writing. So
I was praying Hagel would slip incredibly far past ADP, but does not happen.
So are you trying to set up any stacks here?
Very shortly, I'm gonna have to start doing that. Yeah. I had 2 opportunities and I deferred both of them, and now I'm starting to feel a little bit bad about that. Right now, there are 0 players showing up as highlighted on my upcoming list for quite some time, which doesn't feel great. So this next pick is just not going to be correlated, it would seem. And one of the guys the guy I wanted the most just went in Ottinger. So that would have been the gold star for me, because I do kind of like getting the goalie with my players if I can. But I mean, Lane Hudson would be a U guy, although I think someone probably takes him. Are you? I do feel like there's going to start to be a drumbeat for Cole Hudson. Are you? What would it take for you to really start to join that grouping of people?
Well, number one, the Cole Hudson experience is a little crazy. Let's he's number 14 here, like ahead of Chase Reed, who was Corey's number 1 guy from this draft, by the way, from 2026. He was number 1 in his rankings. So everyone, McKenna's 18. So the drumbeat has begun on Cole Hudson. What's interesting is that Cole Hudson is basically if Lane Hudson were 4 inches taller. And that's like pretty quickly very interesting. If he even gets to 6 foot 190, like that is just such a different package than what Lane Hudson offers. This year I can't really get there on him being overtaking Jacob Chikrin specifically. Like, yes, it's possible, but I just don't think it's likely enough to make it worth a best puck selection.
Take Lane Hudson. Lane Hudson. I feel like you simply must if he gets to you in one more pick.
Yeah, I'm not going to be heartbroken. Yeah, that would be certainly an interesting stack, but I don't love Lane Hudson there anyway.
No, my projections do not have him as a good pick, which I'm not surprised by, and I very little of him, and I only have him in some stacks.
I don't love taking point without anyone, but I need the center, so. And then I will take
the cover boy,
the goalies, Marchenko, Bratt, Chikrin.
You specifically told me to put Marchenko on the cover, and not only are you
I did because I thought he was bad. So hey, read the newsletter to see why I was not in favor of Marchenko. Okay.
That would involve knowing how to read.
You didn't need to tell me that you didn't read. That's not something I expected.
I did see you posted it. Does that help? All right, Marcel.
Yeah, no, I mean Tom. Like the same comparison hasn't panned out for the Luke Hughes, just taller, bigger Quinn Hughes. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much true. I would argue that it was much more obvious statistically that Luke Hughes was just not a needle pusher in that sense, in a way that Cole Hudson has ripped up every league he's been a part of, just like Lane did. So, but yeah, no, that's there is something to that where you can't just put the skating ability into someone when they're taller. Like that is, I think, a valid consideration.
Agreed. Yeah, I went with Nico Hischier. My projections like Nico Hischier quite a bit. I liked him a lot last year. Injuries derailed him a little bit. The team in general fucking stunk, but I do think that there is a decent ceiling in Nico Hischier that has not priced in, although I think it's somewhat I don't think he's like a steal or a value really, but I don't mind taking him at where he's going. I like him more than
Brad. My three centers. Sorry, I don't have the board going because I was looking at other things. But my three centers, I have a 4-game week in each playoff week, which was something I was specifically going for. It's not as relevant now because there's 2 guaranteed to score per week, so like lower scores are necessarily going to count plus the flex. But that was just something that I thought was a useful thing to think about when I obviously staked my claim to Boldy, Caulfield, Slafkovsky at the wing position being my horses to just get a center core that I felt really, really strong about rather than piling up wings. So, and also I have some Detroit options if I want to, build another stack. So
I am noticing that my semi and my final are getting a little bit hurt. I have a ton of games in the quarters right now, but I'm not getting as many semifinals and finals games. So that is going to start factoring in. I'm glad the overlay tool was here to assist me with that. Very, very clutch. Glad I have it. I definitely think it's most relevant for goalie, which I have a 7.66 because Igor's playoff schedule isn't the best, but I still think he's incredibly
there
good.
are just simply the most games available in the quarterfinals.
Yeah,
by the way.
So that's probably naturally going to happen. Thank you for making me feel better about myself. It's the first time for everything. Yeah, I'm just not finding stacks.
Sometimes you got to go get your guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing that. Fuck, Sanderson was gonna be me going to get one of my guys, so tough. That's a tough noodle.
Oh, unstacked Sanderson. Interesting.
Well, you can find an Ottawa guy at some point.
All right, so
I mean, I'm gonna YOLO and I'm gonna see what happens.
All right.
Okay, Cousins would not have been the guy with Sanderson for me, so now I know. Cross that idea completely off. I was like, ooh, Sando Cousins would be kind of sick. So, all right, well, there goes Wilson. So thank you, Kyle Hockey, for completely fucking that up immediately. What can one do?
Gonna take the goalie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so
I think I'm just gonna make this Larkin doesn't get traded team because I don't know. Why not?
Fair enough. I like Raymond. I think that's fine. Robertson, Gunther, Reinhardt, Ovechkin. I mean, if you take the past 3 years, we'll say, and their best goal season.
Sorry, what?
Robertson, Gunther, Reinhardt, and Ovechkin. Like, there's 2 50 goal scorers there. Jason Robertson didn't have 50, I don't think. Every 40s at least. Will Eddie fuck me? Well, he can't completely fuck me. Okay. I'm going to go with Cooley to go with Gunther and not get Timo, who was also there for me. But so I am starting to build some stacks. And now my finals looks quite a bit better after I got Ovi. Also, I realized that Nico Heischer didn't sync, so I resynced it. And the semis are a little bit worse, but the round 2 semifinals is where I'm the weakest. Good to know for science.
Would you like to take a guess which week of the playoffs has the fewest games available, DJ?
Is it round 2 of the semis?
It is.
Okay. Well, thank you for your analysis.
You're welcome.
So is Underdogs doing the cardio club again? Because I never saw anything about that until like today.
I don't know how I would have found that out. So I guess
because you're brave.
Maybe, I don't know.
I thought you were brave.
You seem to mistake me for someone who gives a shit about drafting fantasy football teams.
I do that often, though, and you know that.
I
do that.
I know. For someone who claims they hate the NFL so much, you do an awful lot of stair-stepper football drafts.
I drafted a few of the the Badge Bros to support my friends. My apologies in advance. They needed it because I wasn't going to fill by today.
I think it filled like 2 days ago, but yeah.
Yeah, I drafted 15 of them for fun.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I'm a good friend.
There was a time.
do that again.
What did I started drafting on somewhere. I did like 6 drafts, and I was like, "Oh, this is so stupid." Let's see.
Here, keep talking. I'm gonna try to fix.
Yeah, on DK, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 drafts. I don't know if I can see when I did them, but then I finished them and I was like, this is literally the least amount of fun I could have with this 40 minutes. So I stopped. I don't know what DJ's up to. So let's
trying to make
check in. Check in. Oh, what's he up to?
This is my new light, and I wanted to see if I could make it stand up a little bit better with the actual things that it came with to stand it up. And I don't see where I put them, but I have this piece here, so I was trying to see what it's connected to because I didn't build the light. I just brought it out and put it down there.
Go toward the light, DJ.
I'm considering getting a new desk.
We've talked to Josh about this. I don't actually. I mean, I guess they're not right. Like they would have started already if. So
they haven't started. I know Josh has drafted a few teams. I'm talking to him, but Cliffy not heard much from the Cliff man.
Yeah. Believe it or not, there's still not a ton of competition in the streaming best puck draft space,
which is deplorable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, want to see me build a light?
Did Tom take a bunch of Anaheim? Yes, he did. Lacombe, Dostal, Seneca, Cutter, Leo.
I am up next.
That is about as slappy as it gets right there.
There are no players for a fucking 100 miles for me to take with a stack. They call me brave. So I'll take Linus Olmark.
Wow.
Not brave.
Wow. He did it, folks.
This is supposed to go into there. Oh, I get it. I just couldn't find this piece until now. So I put it way over there like an idiot.
So
you're up next. Matt, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that I am not feeling great about goalie, so I'm just going to take 2 and be done with it. I just don't feel like I'm losing anything by not getting Nyes or Konechny or Barzal or like I would take Kyrou, but I think I'd rather just take Spencer Knight. So just be done in goal. And yeah, that seems like an okay goalie room.
I can't believe how they did this because there's no.
All right, what is Kyle Hockey up to? 4 centers, 2 wings, 2 D. Is he gonna grab a goalie here, or at least a not center?
Okay. He has no wingers.
He has 2. He has Porter Martone and Tom Wilson.
I mean, those are wingers.
Those could be the guys you need.
There you go.
Yeah, let's see.
That's it.
So Cal going with the Ehlers Kachuk room so far. Closing off goalie early.
Okay. I'm finding a new problem with the setup, but it's fine.
DJ, did you just auto draft?
No. Oh, wait, did I? Oh, shit, I did. I thought I queued 2 people. Fuck. Oh, well.
Really, really glad you're playing Bob the Builder over there. And
I have it now, though. But you see, I built it.
You can't see the light.
Okay, well, you're proud. Very proud of yourself.
Adjust height. Oh, wait. What do you? Oh, then I unplugged it. I don't see
Oh.
the.
Yep, the chat was trying to save you, DJ.
Oh,
Shout
no. Unsave. I'm an unsavable person.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been trying to say that for years, but
I did build it, though. Oh,
all right, let's see it.
it's falling. Hold on.
I like how you just randomly disappear because of the green screen. That's really cool.
There's no green screen. It's the literal light over my head. But it
No,
unplugged.
it's a green screen. Miles said so.
Miles did say that. If you can speak. Okay, yeah. Sorry about the auto draft. I had my first share of knives now. There was really nobody.
You don't need to apologize to me. The room is thanking you for
taking uncorrelated Matthew knives.
Yeah, maybe if C.E. Quinn was sitting there chomping at the bit to get Matthew Knives with Austin Matthews, but something tells me that's not a pressing concern. Where did McKenna go? FF Child?
I don't know.
Radish? McKenna?
Give me 1 second now. Plug this back in. One up.
All right, run on goalies. I'm very glad that I closed off my goalie room because I don't think I would have survived the goalie run.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you could find the right replacement for the light.
Yeah. C.E. Quinn.
Is this good?
This team is pretty reasonable.
That's way funnier than I thought it would be when I put it there. Okay.
Okay. Well,
I've built it, but fucked up. Why?
All right. We did it.
Oh, that's what these are for. Uh-huh. I assume this is what this is for.
All right. Omega King. Were you in the chat? Yeah. Very heavy investment in defense. Are these stacks? Yeah, they are. Okay.
I want this to be like not right there though. Maybe that. I feel like all I did was build this and make my lighting significantly worse. In case you're wondering how it's going over here. I auto picked to build this and then I set it up in a way that makes my lighting horrific no matter where
You're up in 2, by the way. You're up in 1.
Perfect. All right. Is anyone even looking at me? Probably not.
I am.
There is a correlating piece.
DJ is sitting under the sun. This is the weirdest podcast I may have ever listened to.
Good
One
news
guy
for you.
is doing home repairs while another tries to explain the draft. All right.
Okay.
Anton Frondell goes.
I'm going to start here with the cover boy because I'm a true man of the cloth. Pull out the telescope rod. Wow. I still don't know what that means.
The telescope rod? You mean like your camera can go up and down, right?
That's what
like
I
it's
thought.
on a base, and then you can
screw
and unscrew stuff.
Okay. Did that go up then? I don't really want it to go up.
Yeah, no problem, Omega. Pretty much what I said. It's a heavy de-investment, but because you're stacking both Miro and Adam Fox, like there's at least some argument to it. Of course, the worry is you can only score one of those D and need to score 5 forwards. So, just a little.
You are on the clock, and you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually tell you while you're on the clock instead of after. Okay.
I'll go Fiala.
This is slightly better, but
Byram.
Too bright. Here, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Option 2.
I think I just need Byram here.
There we go.
And then I'll
maybe up 1. Okay. I think this is the way. This looks better, I think. Maybe even back a touch more. Okay. And then I can maybe just move this over.
Wonder.
Am I up yet?
No. I wonder if Eric Carlson can get back to me.
One of you chicken fuckers took Sergachev. Why would you do that to me? Why would
Well,
somebody
it's
do
Kyle Hockey. He loves taking defensemen. So
Fuck. How many defensemen does he have?
3.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be the typical idiot and take Pedersen. Now, one thing I will say now that I'm focused again and not ADHDing while I try to fix something in the middle of streaming, I do think that I'm gonna be building more teams like this where I draft like a 4-5-1-2. I would have liked to get maybe a little bit more than Brant Clark, to be honest, but like I'm gonna push defense quite a bit. I think there's tons of guys down the board once you've missed out on that first tier that like are totally fucking fine. Want to hear another weird thing that someone just took Lafreniere? I swear on my entire existence that I saw a tweet about him getting potentially traded to the Penguins from Chris Johnson, and now I'm convinced I dreamt that. That never happened, right? Like I swear it really happened. I swear it did. And then I looked, and there's nothing out there anywhere.
Yeah,
I looked it up because I'm like, I vividly remember seeing this, and then I'm like, I must have read this. I almost texted you to ask you, like, am I'm like, this isn't real, right?
Dude,
it definitely didn't happen.
I've had so many fucking dreams about random hockey things that just, yeah. I mean, I'm proud of you for admitting that because it's a dark world we live in when you're realizing like, oh yeah, this is like what I'm dreaming about.
If you would have
not
asked me,
like I don't think I've ever once dreamt about winning the lottery. You know, like, oh, the best possible thing happened to you. Like, nope. It's always just like some hockey shit.
Like if you would have asked me at the right moment, is Alexis Lafreniere still on the Rangers? I would have said no. Like that was, there was like a 30-minute window when I was like, oh my God, he's on, he's on a new team. And then I was like, wait, why did I think that? I don't remember like who said that. I went to, because I thought it was Chris Johnson, but I went to Elliot first because I was like, well, Elliot would have tweeted it too. And he didn't. I was like, wait, did Chris Johnson just tweet something? No, just totally fucking made it up. What are you going to do?
Yeah, that's tough.
My sleep paralysis demon is players getting traded to the Penguins. Anyways, yeah. So my team right now, to service the 0 audio listeners, because we're I don't think posting this in the podcast feed. Tage Thompson, uncorrelated. Nico Hischier, uncorrelated. Logan Cooley with Gunther. Pedersen, uncorrelated. Robertson, uncorrelated. Reinhardt, uncorrelated. Ovi, uncorrelated. Nyes, uncorrelated. Brant Clark, uncorrelated. Igor Olmark.
Jesus Christ, dude.
So, fuck. Had better days, Lois. Had better days. Why can't I do this?
Well, yeah, it's better than fucking Kevin Weeks getting the scoop and then tweeting out a picture of the William Penn statue.
That would be worse. I am
All
up
right.
at how many picks? 3.
So is Kyle Hockey gonna take Brock Faber?
I think we're gonna find out.
Are we just witnessing the largest slide ever?
I'm almost considering it at this point because I really fucking need a defenseman. He's technically not my value 1.
You're gonna take another uncorrelated piece. Okay, fine, whatever.
My value 1 is somebody else, and
of course you should take fucking Dougie. Why would you not take Dougie?
Okay, well, first and foremost, that's not my value 1. My value 1 is very clearly Rupe Hintz, correlates with Jason Robertson.
Oh. Well,
and that will lock in my 5th center. And
Eddie shows up with the hammer. All right. I did not realize Cole Hudson was up this high. That's crazy.
He is flying up the boards, and I feel like he's going to fly higher.
Is there anything here? I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what you're going to do exactly, but I'm pushing. Yeah, I like Seth Jones. I mentioned it earlier today. I was like, is Seth Jones a guy that we've all forgotten is good? Oh, brother.
Yeah, I want to
Here's
take
that.
one of these two. Actually, with the Marchand injury, I'll take a flyer on Verhage. I have no Verhage, and like he's obviously good.
All right.
I
I got two more bullets to dodge.
It's tough to see Verhage getting on the power play one, but like he's
One bullet
probably
dodge.
playing with Reinhardt and Barkov, which
Yes.
he didn't have Barkov last year.
I do get the two guys I wanted the most. Even though I have a couple projected higher, I think one projected higher defenseman. I mean, the value was still on Dougie for me, and he is now on my team, which makes my defense that I waited forever on Brant Clark and Dougie Hamilton not bad. Yeah, I feel pretty good. I mean, I honestly, I do not regret taking 8 after ADP Matty Nyes. I mean, the board. I queued like 3 guys just to make sure I didn't miss my pick, and all of them went, which is quite frustrating and stupid, but that's just the name of the game. I can't even see the board with my overlay right now, unfortunately, either. So
I just want to take a look at defensemen by their underdog points per 60.
Eric, Knight, and Bobrovsky, and the goalie run there. I had no idea.
Trouba, Nurse, Nikishin, Samuelson, Jeremy Lazone. Interesting. Yeah. Justin Falk scored well in this. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, who? Oh, no. I was about to say
Jake
he's
Wallman
on Detroit, though.
Is interesting without Nurse being power play.
Yeah.
2.
Oh, yeah. I think I've seen him drafted. I don't think he's going to be a 0%er.
No, I mean, definitely not. But he's pretty. Let's see. Where is.
I have him.
Star.
I do have him as a projectable guy for sure. Yeah. So,
because I mean, he just got hurt, but he was coming off of like an unbelievable year last year, and he loses Nurse blocking minutes in front of him. Yeah, I mean, no surprise to top few guys, but these are basically the late round D that I'm gonna funnel myself into and probably be like 12 to 18% on each of these guys, just considering I don't plan on drafting too many early defensemen.
Yep. That is certainly what I've just kind of said I was going to be doing, and I have to agree then. I mean, I have kind of soured on Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen a bit, but I mean, I do need one more goalie. I think at 177 I might unsour a bit because he really is the last guy that might see 40-something starts and potentially more. I have a couple bullets to dodge here with no 3 goalies. One of them is on the clock right now. If it doesn't break my way, I'm
not sure C.E. Quinn knows what's going on.
Yeah, 4 defensemen, 1 goalie is interesting.
Yeah. And also they've been in other lobbies just doing whatever, so.
Okay. AC Elliott does not take Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. I mean, I just simply if he's there, I'm taking him, although there's like a few different guys. I kind of had a completely different plan in place, but let's see what happens here. It starts with this one, and I'd be pretty surprised if 2 people that I know in these draft lobbies know what they're doing take a 4th goalie, but I guess maybe they could if they're much lower than I thought.
I think UPL's but this is here. What's your backup plan?
Not a goalie right now, I'll say. It's probably take.
Oh, wow. The auto draft pushed Pierre-Luc Dubois up the ranks. That's crazy. DJ getting bailed out left and right.
I mean, yeah, you're taking Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in there. He very easily could be the Buffalo #1 at this rate. And even if he gets traded, probably the #1 somewhere else. Okay. And that leaves me with a few different options I like a ton next. One of them correlates, so I may go with them, and one of them does not, so I may go with them. We're going to find out. I will not be taking... So what is the Marchand news exactly? It's just the game, right?
gotten surgery and he's likely to miss like a month. Bertuzzi goes. That's tough.
Nah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take center Hartman with Boldy. Good enough to me. And let's just take Brandon Montour.
All right. There goes one of the two guys I had in the queue.
All right, so my D room is good.
Yep. Congratulations to you. I was considering Montour for sure, but I do have a defenseman that correlates. That would be the next defenseman available, in Cole Hudson, which we were talking about earlier.
I wouldn't classify it as a big surgery. He had like hernia surgery.
Yeah.
What was the reporting? I'm almost certain the reporting was like 1 month.
I mean, I do feel like it's really the end of a winger tier here with McCann, but I mean, with Robertson, Gunther, Reinhardt, Ovi, and Nyes, I just can't really justify it. So I will take Cole Hudson for the first time, I believe, to go with Clark, Hamilton, and Cole Hudson, some high upside point producers. We'll see how this defensive trio works out. I think I would have liked getting a safer feeling guy with Montour. I could have gone Darnell Nurse, although how safe is that really? But I feel pretty good about this. I just have winger to close it out now, and I still feel like a decent number of options. There's my escape valve player that I will probably be taking for sure. And yeah, I feel like this draft has gone totally fine. I mean, the Nyes non-correlated situation is probably not wise, but I have very little of him, and it's not as if he couldn't get 220 hits and 30 goals, and be a watered-down version of Brady Tkachuk and totally fine without a stacking mate, although I definitely think he's much more valuable with one. I did hear something on, I think it was Puck Soup. Maybe it was Empty Netters or something too. I don't know. I've kind of been listening to any hockey I could possibly get my hands on, but they were saying like there was sort of a feeling that Nyes didn't get moved, and then they were planning on moving him, and then they won the lottery, and they said, "Oh wait, like let's keep him." That was actually the decision point, that it sounded like he was going to get moved until they won the lottery, and then it's like never mind.
Yeah, that would not have been Puck Soup. So
no, I wasn't a good Puck Soup. There just isn't a lot of hockey coverage out there right now.
Shockingly.
Yeah, not much happening. Did Puck Soup even record a bonus episode this week? I didn't look at Patreon.
Yeah.
Why don't we mention our top 3 favorite hockey podcasts? You go first.
I subscribe to 2 hockey podcasts. So
Wow.
Puck Soup, the Hockey PDO cast, and I am a Patreon subscriber to both. So all their various offlows. And I guess Des Moines Escape podcast. Boom, there we go. Plug.
There is a mailbag and Stick the Soup. Yeah, definitely Puck Soup is my favorite. Always has been, and very rarely do you lose one of the main, actually they've lost both of the beginning people that made Puck Soup, and still it absolutely fucking rocks because the people that replaced them were 2 of the other favorite people I followed in Lambert and McIndoe. So yeah, definitely number 1. I've always had a soft spot for the What Chaos guys, even back to like some of the brunch episodes that would keep me in the loop on pop culture that I wasn't paying any attention to, which I still find them funny. I can't keep up with it, like 5 days a week, and they record for like an hour in the middle of the workday. Like I used to be able to listen to shit at work, and that just doesn't really happen anymore. I don't know. The Empty Netters are very hit or miss for me. I feel like sometimes I'll get a guest and it's really funny and actually super engaging and comical. And sometimes I listen to them and I just don't enjoy it at all. Like it's very hit or miss. What else? Hold on, let me draft my first escape valve player in Jake DeBrus to go with Pedersen.
see. What do I got?
I don't listen to the PDO cast anymore. I do listen to the
Yeah.
Athletic Hockey Show. Most of the time. It depends what it
listen to
is.
like one per week.
Yeah, it
All
just depends who's on.
This is what Seattle looks like. It's pretty bleak. I don't know.
Others.
With Montour, like
32 Thoughts. Obviously, I listen to that fucking religiously, but all right, Marco, please don't give away my alpha. If you're not 3-man stacking,
it's just so dumb. But might as well. The fuck. There we go. Beniers, Eberle, Montour, backstacking 101 for you there.
I am going to raise my final pick to you in the studio.
Just an obscenely good playoff schedule for Seattle is really what threw it over for me.
Yeah. I have 4 guys in my queue. All of them correlate. It could be my 3rd Vancouver player in Brock Besser, my 3rd Washington player in Alexi Protas, my 3rd Protas is stupid. Mantha, Quinn to go with Tage, but I feel like that's bad. So,
I wrote about Quinn. I like Quinn. I like Besser. So,
all right, I'll go Besser. Let's complete the trifecta.
But yeah, if you are looking for Jack Quinn,
I like Jack Quinn. I do.
Then I have quite the newsletter for you to check out because it was pretty eye-opening to dig into some of that data.
What other hockey?
Seattle, Chicago playoffs are really good. Chicago has 4 games in 3 of the final 4 weeks, as does Seattle, and they even trade off 2 of those weeks. So you get those 2 stacked together, and you're basically getting 2 of the 4 important weeks. You have everyone playing 4 games, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, of course, you got to make it out. And yes, if it makes it out, I've cooked. Basically, if Montreal doesn't break the world on fire with Caulfield and Slavkovsky, I'm just getting destroyed at center by, McKinnon, McDavid, Matthews, Draisaitl. Or I guess if Bedard goes supernova when he gets back. But yeah, I mean, that's the trade-off. It's just so tough from the back of the draft. So I think you got to do something a little bit outlandish to, give yourself an out if you do advance out to win it all.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. This overlay tool did work pretty well. I think the last feature is still kind of fucked up, and I do want to fix that a little bit more in general. I want to make it look a little bit crispier when you're kind of sorting through things and moving things up and down. It kind of it's so I don't even know what the right word is. Just ugly, I guess is probably the right term. Yeah, other than fixing my light, which I still don't think is perfect, I think it's pretty good. My light's right there now. And I don't have to touch it or worry about it falling over.
Montreal has the highest underdog regular season games played of any team with 60. Let's go. I'm just gonna submit the paperwork to Underdog and see if they'll advance my team on principle alone. Yes, Omega. Thanks for hanging out. Yes. Thanks for blessing us with your presence in the small pond that is the NHL.
The biggest of ponds, in my opinion. Drafters is live. I did kind of put that in the title. Didn't really think about actually doing anything about that. Haven't even opened it yet. But Drafters is also live for NHL 10K to first. They will fill that very quickly, and then they'll do another smaller one because they're stupid. I don't know why they do that, but they do. It's already 404 of the 5,600, and it launched today or yesterday. So I would expect that to fill quickly. They also have a engraved championship ring with that $10,000 prize. You will get an engraved ring, which is why I will be drafting a lot because the money semantics, but it's 5K to second, 25 to third, so half and then a quarter. not the biggest and baddest of all. I would have liked to see one huge contest, but alas, 3 forwards, 2D, 1 goalie, 2 flex.
Yeah.
So it really does
Do we
change
have
the way-
anyone? Do we have anyone from Alberta here? Can you play on drafters in Alberta? Because you can in Ontario for some reason, I believe, unless that's changed
You definitely
here.
can play in Ontario.
So that would be
not know.
of note.
I just joined the next draft, but you can't even like go in.
Yeah,
it's-
just check that out if you're, jonesing
Yeah.
for some action.
I am always jonesing for many actions. All Canada. Like, it's just so it's gonna fill in
Wow.
like
That's
3 weeks, and then they're gonna do another one, and it's just like
that's crazy. I mean,
if let's just even say 300 people.
it's just so tough for me not being able to draft because, like, I would love to just fucking throw myself into that contest and be like, hey, Canadians, come do this because everything else you can do fucking sucks now. But I can't do it in Pennsylvania. So it's like, why would I sit there and be like, oh, here's all this strategy stuff, but I can't actually like play myself? Like, who would give a shit about what I had to say? So
Yep, I'm gonna work on my projections a little bit more now that the overlay tool is working, and try to make it a little bit better before I transition that data into drafters. I assume building the overlay tool won't be too much more difficult unless there's some things that are blocked on there, but we'll be doing that. If you want the overlay tool as it is now, of course, I will be updating it pretty frequently, and you might just need to tell me what number. Like, anyone can have it. I really don't care. It's, I believe, only predicate on my rankings, which I think can adjust, but I don't like, if you're on version, like right now I'm on like the 23rd version of my overlay tool. I'm doubting it's going to be picking up new rankings, so you'll probably have to hit me up until I find a place to house this, which is really something I should probably be figuring out before anything else, but I'm an idiot. Matt, anything else you're wondering about? Do you want to review the teams? I think I landed the plane pretty well. Every player after I had like no stacks ended up filling out some good stacks. A lot of 2-mans, a couple 3-mans for me. I think this team is adequate, but not great. Anything you want to mention about your team, or do you want to just sort of?
I mean, I pretty much covered my team. It's
Yeah.
a bunch of shit and hoping that Montreal goes crazy. DJ, do you think a 5-stack is too much if one of the 5 is a goalie? Well, what are you principled for drafting, I guess?
I think if the 5th is a goalie, I think 5 in general is like incredibly difficult to conceptually do. I think with a good team, like Montreal is kind of a rare team that makes a ton of sense. It's just almost impossible to get. You really got to kind of find a perfect scenario.
Tom did this. McKinnon, Rantanen, Cutter. The next turn he got Carlson, Hagel. The next turn he got Seneca, Dorofeyev. The next turn he got Dostal, Lacombe. And that's definitely how you would do it.
Yeah.
I would certainly avoid teams that have like similar 4-game weeks, like even as one-offs.
Yeah.
Just because you're gonna need Anaheim to go apeshit in the playoffs to do anything. So like, be sure that you're getting 4-game weeks, and the other weeks that Anaheim doesn't is sort of my general thought there. But like otherwise, the team on paper looks fine. Just scrolling through it. So like, I do think that's kind of how you got to do it, though. If you do it with a bunch of later round guys, like in theory, they're just cannibalizing each other, and like you should draft like one of them takes over, and then go somewhere else where that guy can also take over a role and become better than a 15th rounder. But yeah, getting those alphas early is just one of those things where all your eggs are in that basket, but I don't think it's necessarily a terrible spot to be in.
Like some teams are going to be more upside based on their coaching and the way they board players and other things. So like it is specific. Like I wouldn't just 5-man stack any old team. Like the Sabres are probably an example of a team I would not 5-stack. They have some upside, but it's very vary a couple guys, and like you're probably going too far with like but like yeah, it's team specific.
All right. DJ, favorite 18th round pick from the draft that wasn't yours? Eberle, Zach Benson, Charlie Coyle, Brock Besser, Philip Pronik, Sean Monahan, Braden Shen, Pavel Buchnevich, Boone Jenner, Marco Casper, Thomas Harley, Vince Dunn. What a Sophie's choice that is.
The gun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably Harley.
Yeah, I think it's Harley. It might be Hronek,
rare
honestly, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did take some Vancouver, but
Hronek,
Yeah, Boone
Harley.
Jenner is one of the picks of all time. That's for sure.
yeah, that is
Marco Casper.
He did it with
Who would have
Chikrin,
done that?
Kyrou, and Leonard. So like that's sort of what I'm talking about, where it's like, one, there's just such a little chance he's relevant anyway, but two, like if Ryan Leonard's taking a power play one job, Boone Jenner certainly isn't. So like if you're not building around Dylan Strome or whatever, someone who's guaranteed to be there, you're just kind of eating your own face at some point when you overstack those teams.
Yeah, I have no problem with Zach Benson in the last round, to be honest. And like did consider it, of course, but I just feel like honestly, there's still some meat. Anytime that Chernyshov isn't drafted, there's some meat on the bone here. Like
Corey Pronman's gotten to you.
Well, some very rarely, but sometimes he is right. Like if you had Macklin, Will Smith, or something, like I'm not really sure why you didn't do that. What was the Macklin drafter? Casper? Like fucking yeah, you had Macklin. You already had 5 centers. Like yeah, Casper's just not the guy over Chernyshov. Sorry to the FF child who may be in here, but yeah, would not have done that personally.
The hot take from DJ himself. I love it when you show some commitment behind your takes.
Yeah, last year I took a lot of Casper, so maybe I'm a bitter, ugly, stupid person,
Yeah.
but emphasis on ugly.
Quite.
Not stupid. Please don't put it in the papers.
Definitely
You want to know one
not.
more guy that I'm going to ask you about again that I feel like I mentioned to you off stream?
Okay.
We talked about some of these defensemen that seem like good picks because they are, but one other guy that my rankings fucking loves is Shabbat. And you know what? I think I'm just stupid enough to say that Shabbat fits the same camp of like the Harley, Hronek, Dunn. I think I like it more than Dunn. Like, we know he's going to get, like, the only problem is injury. I get that. I'm not stupid. I'm smarter than you.
I'm just not sure. I'm 100% on board. Let's see. I was setting this up before I decided to do the PowerPoint game show. So let's just play another game. I set this up to compare players. So if we're
the only problem with Shabbat is Yakovechuk going to eat his potential to be the next guy if Sanderson goes down.
This is obviously a problem. Oh no, it does. Let me type. All right, hold on.
Oh.
It's what is this ordering? Oh my god. All right, I gotta figure that one out. All right, so I guess I can't.
I think it works. I think it works great.
Can't do the head-to-head comparison, but Thomas Shabbat versus Vince Dunn. Let's see. Last year, underdog like 115. Pretty good.
And like
years
when
before.
Sanderson was out and he was the number 1, he fucking ate. He ate so much. He was so good. His points per game were to the moon.
Vince Dunn, pretty much very similar underdog point index numbers. So
6.4 to 6.01.
Yeah, 16.6 per 60. And what is this guy? 17.3 per 60. So yeah, I mean, slightly better, I guess, on Shabbat, but I'm not like totally sold that he's some sort of skeleton key here. But
no,
point taken.
I agree. again, we're talking about fucking Jake Wallman. We can't talk about Thomas Chabot. Like, I don't know, man. We're really starting to split hairs. But yeah, I think that, and again, the answer to this riddle is probably just don't do it.
Even in a down year, Jake Wallman, 17.5 underdog points per 60. That was 21. Like,
Wallman's fine. I'm not
the year
saying
before.
Wallman's not fine.
Yeah, I'm just shocked at how high that number is.
I think another main, I don't know if I want to say takeaway, just like maybe thought that I have is stacking is important, but don't take, Boone Jenner because it's a stackable piece. Actually, let me ask you, do you think it's better to take the much higher projected player that doesn't stack in the last round versus a much lower projection with a lot of different things that need to break right, but he stacks better? So if it does happen, like, you're obviously capturing more upside with that stackable piece in the perfect storm. I mean, that's a bad example, I think, because it is. But
so I approached that question directly in the manifesto update, and I found zero evidence that stacking those final 2 picks helped anything last year. Now that's a lot of different players, a lot of different combinations and whatever, but it's also not this year, and people weren't building that. I was just randomly assigning players and then saw where stacks happened to occur, and it didn't improve anything. And I think that's what I was just saying earlier. Like, it's just so tough to find guys that jump up from those rounds into like the top tier of production that you're going to need to do anything in this type of format.
Right.
And so correlating 2 of those guys together that need to both jump up together, it's just so hard to do because, the roles are just so fixed across the league that it's just very hard that you get multiple instances of that. So I'm on team jamming the projection. Obviously, I went a Seattle route that I think is a bit of a unique situation because Beniers and Eberle are the number 1 guys on their team, but their team sucks. So like, there's obviously a trade-off there as far as what you're thinking about.
Let's not forget that until the final, until March 1st, that was a team that was in the playoffs, and they just couldn't score at the end of the year. And then they cannibalized themselves by being just fucking unable to put good players on the ice that could score. And I get that, but let's also not forget that going into last year, if you would have asked 100 hockey fans that were hardcore hockey fans, what are the bottom 5 teams in the league? 95 of them would have had Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh made the playoffs. And I'm not saying that Seattle's going to do that, and I'm not saying that any of these terrible teams, Vancouver could be historically bad, but is it better to take a player that is very likely power play 1 and could get traded too, like a Brock Besser or a DeBrusk, versus a, ancillary piece on a team that is very unlikely to move them, that's very unlikely to need them in a good situation. So I'm drafting more of the Coronados and the Bessers and the DeBrusks and guys of that ilk, because we just don't know what teams are actually fucking terrible.
Yeah, and we're gonna get information, 2 weeks before the season starts that we can put to use. Like, oh, this guy's playing alongside X center that maybe we wouldn't have expected. Emmett Finney last year. Obviously, he didn't stick or anything, but eminently better players than Emmett Finney will jump up in those types of roles where it'll be like, oh, like this actually will stick, for the season or whatever. Just guys will come in and out of our views. But for now, taking those sort of bankable assets, I think will make more sense, and sort of preserving the upside swings. Like last week, we argued about James Higgins for a couple minutes there. Like, just those types of swings are probably not necessary at this point in time, because we can just wait and sort of condense those bets around, the training camp information that we get in the weeks leading up to the year.
Agreed. All right. We're at the hour 50 mark. It is
Vigo Bjorks. Let's go.
It is
Bjork Perfetti last round stack.
I am a believer in Vigo, but let's not get carried away here quite yet.
Yeah.
And if you say so is Promin, I'm gonna just end it right now.
I almost said that, but I figured I didn't want to open that.
I feel like everybody that has a pulse is a Vigo guy. and Promin unfortunately does have one of those as well. So what are you gonna do?
All right. Thanks, Cal. Talk to you next week. We will be back Wednesday, right? You're free?
I mean, I don't know my playoff schedule yet, but I imagine so. And yep, next week I'll plan on setting up my microphone to be on a stand during the show. So we have another project for it.
I am out on Thursday, Friday, so like it would have to be Monday,
Tuesday, or Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday league is done, so
Tuesday
is open now. Wednesday, I still don't know. I'll check. We won't know probably until tomorrow. We should know tomorrow.
DJ, wait, don't do the mic thing until the show starts. Then you can build your mic
during the show. No, I agree. That's the plan. I have it. I haven't set it up yet. I'm gonna put it on a stand. I'll wait till the show starts. I'll do it and I'll miss it back again. It'll be great.
Alrighty, let's get out of here. Moods.beehive.com. Check it out. Everything is free until the season starts. There's no paywall in the off season. So everything I talk about, you can go read for yourself over there. Please do.
Agreed. Learn how to read and then do that. From Doug, from Matt, from myself. Have a good draft. And we will. You're sitting there looking like an idiot.
Well, is that any different than normal?
This is the first time I will admit was unbelievably wrong.